All right. Everything is wonderful. First of all, hi. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. My name is TavonaStarO, and welcome to my channel where I talk about all things law of assumption and manifestation. My goal is to help you shift your mind in a direction where you can experience what you want in your life. So let's get into it. Ooh, first of all, you would not believe how many times I've tried to record this audio, but it's working now and I'm happy. So, if you have clicked on this video, you see the title Trump for President. Now, if you have not been living under a rock, you know that Donald Trump was elected as the 47th President of the United States of America. Now, I'm not here to get into my own personal beliefs, okay? And you're probably wondering how Donald Trump being the president, what that has to do with the law of assumption. Well, we're going to get into it. Here's the thing. So in my previous video, well, depending on what order I upload this, but I did a video titled Law of Assumption 101. And I talk about what the law of assumption is, okay? And so basically, the law of assumption states that whatever you assume to be true is what you're going to experience is going to be true for you. All right. And yeah, so how does that relate to Donald Trump being the president? One of the principles, okay, within the law of assumption is that we you, you. In your day to day life, your reality, you are the operant power. Okay. So, what does that mean? That means that because no one else is you, okay, nobody else wakes up you, nobody else is in your body, in your consciousness, nobody else is behind your eyes, as I like to say. You are living your day to day life as yourself, okay, as you. And everybody else is just in your reality if you want them to be, or if your awareness is on them. They are and they exist in your reality. So that means that you, whatever you decide to experience, whatever you decide or whatever you are experiencing in your reality is all because of you. And so the great thing about that is you get to decide. For some people, waking up and finding out that Trump was elected the president may mean something good and great. And for other people, it may mean something really bad. Okay. But if you believe in the law of assumption, if you practice the law of assumption, if you are a master at manifesting, ultimately, it doesn't matter who's in office. It could have been Harris, it could have been Trump, it could have been Ronald McDonald, it could have been Big Bird, right? Big Bird from Sesame Street. Yeah, could have been Big Bird. But whatever, right? The truth is, whoever is in office, it really doesn't matter because you are God of your reality. You are the operant power. You are the only thinker. What that means is because only you exist in your reality, it's only your thoughts that are manifesting in your reality. There is no power outside of you. There is no anyone up in the sky, no one in office, no one, in any seat, no one in any position outside of you can affect the circumstances, the conditions, or what you experience in your reality because you are the operant power in your reality. I'll do a video on what it means to be the operant power, what it means to be God of your reality. I'll do a video on everyone is you pushed out because that's another principle within the law of assumption. I'll do a video on how no one in your reality has free will and what that means for you. But right now, what I want you to get, what I really want you to understand is when you look at Donald Trump being the president of the United States, if you were not on his side, okay, and you voted opposite of that, I want you to really, before you get into the collective, okay, mindset of, oh my God, what does this mean? Oh my God, this is terrible. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, I got to leave the country. I want you to remember to give Donald Trump being the president good meaning for you and yours. Okay, what do I mean? I want you to look at Donald Trump being a president and I want you to decide that this is a great thing for you. Because whatever you decide, you are right. If you decide that this is bad news, then for you it's bad news. If you decide that this means that you can have the richest, you can have more money than you ever had, in these next 4 years than you did in the last 4 years, then that's what you're going to experience. If you decide that this means that you are not safe as a woman, then that's what you're going to experience. If you decide that this means that you and your partner are not safe because you are a same gender, you're in a same sex relationship or a same sex marriage, then that's what you're going to experience. But whatever you decide, I recommend that you decide that all of this means that everything works out for you. Whatever you decide, make a decision that this is going to work out in your favor. Whatever you decide, decide that this is a great thing. Decide that you'll always be safe. Decide that policies that are approved or decided on in this country only work out. They're only decided in your best interest. You can decide that Donald Trump being the president means, oh, that's great. He works for me. You can decide that he works for you. You can decide that whatever decision he makes is in your favor because he don't have free will. He's your president now. And he's gonna do whatever it is that you want him to do because he doesn't have free will. You know, decide, make a decision that is in your favor, whatever meaning you give it. And so what do I mean by giving it meaning? It just means that whatever first your first thought that came to mind when you saw that Donald Trump was elected the president, that's the story that you gave that's the story that you wrote about him being president. That's the meaning that you gave, that you attached to him being president. So like I said, if you saw that Donald Trump was a president and you was like, oh my God, how did we get here? Right? Oh my God, this is terrible. What am I going to do? This sucks. Right? That's the meaning. You gave it bad meaning. But instead of giving it bad meaning, look at Donald Trump as a president and give it a good meaning. Oh my God, this is great. This is a perfect opportunity. Oh, this is, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna work out, right? Decide today that everything works out in your favor, even who is elected president of the United States of America. Decide that this is gonna be a great thing for you. And don't get caught up in fear. Don't get overwhelmed. I know that if you voted for Kamala, I'm sure that you are disappointed right now, but just decide that there's nothing to worry about, okay? There's nothing to be concerned about, that this is going to be a great thing because all things, everything works out for you. Everything works out for you because you get to decide that. Nobody's deciding for you. You get to decide how much money you make every year. You get to decide where you live. You get to decide who you marry. You get to decide who you love. You get to decide what you get to decide what to do with your own body. You get to decide that. You get to decide that you are safe walking through the streets of America. You are safe to travel being Black. You are safe to travel being a woman. You get to decide that because you are a woman, people worship, people um worship the ground you walk on. You get to decide that you are safe in America as a woman. You get to decide. You get to decide how your life is going to be and what you are going to experience from this day forward. And so that's what I came on here to remind you of. Okay, this is a great thing for everybody. It is great. It is a great thing. And I want you to be encouraged by that. Whatever you decide that Trump being the president means for you, just make sure that it is a decision that is made in your favor. Just make sure that this means the best, that this means that everything is going to be great for you. And that's what you will experience. All right. Because we are the operant powers in our own reality. So this video was not what you thought it was going to be, but I intend that I said something that shifted your mindset from worry and stress and concern in the direction of, positivity, motivation, knowing that this is not bad news. This is not the end. This is a great opportunity because you are God of your reality and you get everything that you want. You experience exactly what you want, and nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can change that because you are God and you get to have whatever it is that you say. All right. So you will hear from me. You will hear from me in the next episode.